Australia is one of the most amazing places in the world. The thing that makes Australia such an awesome place is that it's filled with animals you don't regularly see in other areas, such as wombats. With that said, today, we want to bring a smile to your face by showing you a heartwarming story about saving a hurt baby wombat. Even though wombats look really weird, they are some of Australia's most incredible animals. These little furry animals are known for being curious by nature, which sometimes puts them in danger. Our story started when a mama wombat and her baby went on a walk around a nearby farm. The wombats were looking for some food, but something terrific happened to them. As the wombats were searching for food, they scared a farm horse, and the mama wombat ended up being injured. Horses can kick pretty hard, and this knocked out the wombat. You won't believe what happens next. The mama wombat eventually woke up, and she did her best to crawl back to the mud burrow she was living in. Unfortunately, this is where things start getting worse for the wombat family. The mama wombat was poorly hurt after being kicked in the head by the horse, and she didn't have enough power to crawl out of the slippery mud. Fortunately, a concerned citizen saw this and decided to call for help. Wildlife Rescue South Coast were the ones who received the call about the hurt wombat family. The poor baby wombat was covered in mud and he was starving. Seeing this, the rescuers picked him up and started cleaning him. What do you think happened to the mama wombat? Sadly, the mama wombat was hurt really bad and she didn't make it. This means that the baby was all alone, and the rescuers needed to take him in because he wouldn't survive without his mother. The baby wombat was so cute that everyone in the rescue center fell in love with it. Nonetheless, the rescuers named him Mudsy because of the place they found him. Let's see what happens next. Even though his mother wasn't around anymore, Mudsy started feeling better after spending a couple of months at the rescue center. The healthy food was what helped Mudsy grow big and keep his spirits up. The little wombat didn't let his tragic past lead his future. Mudsy runs around the rescue center nonstop, and the rescuers say that he loves human interaction. Isn't that amazing? The odds were stacked against Mudsy ever since his mother was kicked in the head by the farm horse, but he got lucky, and a concerned citizen called the right people to help. Not all animals get this lucky, and Mudsy will be grateful to Wildlife Rescue South Coast for all his life. Unlike all other orphaned wombats, Mudsy had a place to call home. The rescuers were there to help him in his time of need, and this is why he is super lucky. Even though Mudsy might be living a new life at the rescue center, he is never going to forget his mama. The little wombat is going to keep her alive in his memories. And the only reason he is alive is because she crawled back to the mud burrow. On the bright side of things, the rescue center has a special program that's designed to release animals back into the wild. This means that Mudsy is eventually going to start a family of his own. Mudsy is being let out of the rescue center for a couple of hours every day. The reason why the rescuers are doing this is to help Mudsy get used to new surroundings. The rescuers always supervise Mudsy's visits to wildlife because the little wombat still needs to learn how to defend himself. Australia is filled with predators, and Mudsy needs to know about them. While the rescuers might not be able to teach Mudsy all he needs to know about living in the wild, they are putting him on supervised play dates with other wombats. Do you think Mudsy is accepted by the other wombats? Well, fortunately for Mudsy, the other wombats don't care for where he comes from, and they took him in as one of their own. Mudsy is now living in the wild alongside his new friends. Even though the story was heartbreaking at first, little Mudsy got the happy ending he always deserved.